The bronze likeness of Lakers great. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. And Denver has possession. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And he gets the bucket. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserve.
Here's Rivers. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Morris passes to George. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Rivers kicks to Porter. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Reggie Jackson. And the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon's jumping ability, combined with his reach, make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Now the pass to Zubats. Outside for Jackson. Fires the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
They get the rebound. A nice shot by Rivers.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Morris passes to Jackson. George, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. To the middle. And it's George finishing it off.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here's Harrison on the wing. Gordon. Great D that time from Batum.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Outside for George. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. No good on the three. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Harrison. No points in the game yet for him. At the top of the key, Gordon. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Outside, Batum. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Kennard for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Harrison passes to Green. Here's Harrison. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Finished off the break. Gordon's got 6.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
Paul George, he's been the guy. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. And it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And it's in there.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Morris subbed in for Luke Kennard. Back to Rivers. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Leonard, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
It's Rivers on the wing. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Jokic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Campazzo outside for Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
Mann passes to Beverly. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember Domantas as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Green against Morris. The drive by Green, and Green slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon is a guy who is going to take advantage of these drives to the basket. Just feast on them. He's got a killer mindset.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Shot clock at 5. Harrison kicks to Jokic. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jackson misses. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Jackson passes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Harrison passes to Green. Yep, it counts. Green's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
George, no good. Here's Harrison. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. George dishes to Leonard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 13.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
To the inside. The kick out to Porter. Jokic against Zubac. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And they pick up 2. He's got 15.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
To the left wing. Inside. Here's Jokic. Again, the Nuggets score.
Showing off that nice mid-range jumper. Jokic knows he has the green light to take these shots.
Jackson looking around. The three from George. Good on the triple.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Denver in the lead. Pass to Porter. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Campazzo makes it off the glass.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Jackson passes to Morris. Jokic against Zubac. Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Gordon. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Austin Rivers. Feeds to McGee. Up top, Porter. McGee inside. Cousins is there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Paul George.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Harrison scanning the floor. Stolen away. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. They now take the lead.
Boy, the quick feet and long strides of Batum, especially lethal in the open court.
Harrison kicks to Green. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Cousins, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the shot is good.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Cousins, JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. Here's George. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Harrison passes to Green. There's the dish to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
Listen up now, watch out. That's how you go after the basket. Millsap driving hard and punching it home.
From deep, George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nuggets. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Clippers trail. So on the floor for Denver, JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Harrison in at the 2. And here's Leonard from 3. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Morris with the bucket.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Morris passes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Passes it to Leonard. Releases. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Morris passes to Chuncho. Now here's Millsap. Down low, Leonard with the steal. First minute and a half of basketball play here in the 4th quarter. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Big group substitution here for Denver. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs. And he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Campazzo, and it's sent back by George. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And George kicks to Zubats. Leonard dishes to George. Good on the shot. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Banked in off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's George in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Pass to Rivers. Back to Gordon. To the middle. Millsap misses. Clippers leading by 4. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. From deep, George. Offensive rebound. Outside Leonard. Goes back up. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The Nuggets trail by 7. Dishes it to Gordon. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
George double teamed. The pass to Rondo from past the arc. Denver grabs the miss.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Los Angeles with another miss. And the rejection by Leonard. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Here's Gordon. Off the inbound. It's rebounded by Rondo. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Jokic, no good. Outside Leonard. Shot on the wing, and it falls over the rim and in. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focus.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Good work there as it goes. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Richardson, no luck. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Here are the Mavericks now. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Now Porzingis. Passes to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Doncic. Morris with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Leonard finds George. A miss that time would have put him up. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. The pass to Porzingis. Marjanovic with it. A second chance effort. Back to Porzingis. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's George following the score by Dallas. Puts it up. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's George missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Porzingis. The shot's good. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Rondo passes to George. Back to Rondo. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And George kicks to Batum. And here's Leonard from 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now here's Doncic. And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up from block.
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the small forward.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from George. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. To the inside. High, and the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
Clippers trail by 10.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Cousins pulls it in. George with no one around. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Powell. Cauley Stein against Cousins. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. Yep, that one goes in there. Brunson's got his first points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Passes it to Cousins. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And now a 10-point Dallas lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And Beverly kicks to George.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Cauley Stein passes to Hardaway. And here's Brunson. And that one goes long. Pass to Beverly. George with the ball. Covered by Reddick. From deep. That's good for George on the assist by Cousins. George has got 7 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Brunson scanning the floor. Hardaway finds Brunson. Outside, Redick. Puts it up from 17, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And Los Angeles with some changes. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. Back to Leonard. From downtown. And the Clippers miss again.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers trail by 7. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick-and-roll game to perfection.
And here is Doncic. The 11-footer doesn't go that time. Leonard fires away from outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. An exceptional game plan. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. They've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Back to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game. And, boy, it is on display right now.
Here's George. The shot will not fall. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Marjanovic, and he lays it straight in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Morris passes to Zubac. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
George against Richardson. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. And the three off target.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Down low. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Richardson against George.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And George, here we go. Looking to get it going. And he lays it up and in. George has got 9.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Doncic with it. He has 6. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Nice shot by Porzingis.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Clippers trail by 15. George dishes to Leonard. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Man passes to Cousins. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Powell. Brunson with a clean look. Misses the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. "20 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Beverly. Here's Man. Now Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
You can run just about any action for DeMarcus Cousins and feel good about your chances to score it.
And so it's Dallas, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Mavericks leading by 13. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with Kennard. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. It's stolen by Rondo. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Burke looking over the floor. Back to Brunson. Feeds it to Hardaway. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hardaway's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Dallas. Rondo against Brunson. Rondo kicks to Beverly. Batum passes to Rondo. Now Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 5 on the clock. Here's Cousins. Here's Rondo. That 3 off the mark. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Over Beverly, Burke can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Mavericks leading by 13. Redick finds Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. Back to Redick. He dishes it to Burke. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Passes it to Cousins. He kicks to Batum. Cousins with it. Now guarded by Redick. Kennard the pass to Cousins. Count the basket.
You know, I like this. Instead of trying to jack up the three, get the ball to Cousins for a high percentage look.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Burke the pass to Brunson. Inside, Porzingis. Bucket is good.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Batum. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Beverly the pass to Cousins. Rondo dishes to Batum. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Dallas leading by 15. Here's Brunson. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. Back to Porzingis. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
It's Redick on the wing. The offensive rebound. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Batum. Rondo against Brunson. And Porzingis again.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Offline with his 3. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 16. And there's the pass to Kennard. And stolen by Burke. Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. He feeds it to Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And that one's good. Beverly.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Now here's Brunson. Kicks to Hardaway. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Nestled among the peaks of the rock. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Gordon, and it's Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Gordon trying to break loose, and that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got the opening field goal of the game for the Mavs. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
That one goes in.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Now Doncic. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Porzingis inside, guarded by Porter.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head. The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Doncic with the steal. One-on-one here. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
This is to Rivers. And it's Jokic in the corner. From outside, off the mark. The Mavericks leading, and here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Down low. Here's Jokic. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. A shot missing. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. And we may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Mavericks now. Shot clock at 2. Dallas again missing. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Harrison kicks to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's Green missing. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
The Nuggets trail. Porter looking it over. Millsap dishes to Porter. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Millsap passes to Porter. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Porter's got 6.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Pop. Back to Brunson. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Now here's Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. It's all tied in Denver. And we'll get the... And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to...
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got Harrison. Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. He dishes it to Powell. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Gordon inside. Guarded by Hardaway. And the basket by Gordon.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Millsap finds Gordon. Harrison scanning the floor. Gordon against Hardaway. Here's Millsap and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Mavericks trailing. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And he gets it to go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. No good with the layup. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
To the inside. Out to the wing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Campazzo. A three-pointer off the mark. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. 1:15 left here in the second. Richardson dishes to Doncic. It's good.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Millsap. To the middle. Here's Jokic. The 9-footer's on the mark.
I just don't think that Jokic is ever in a hurry out there, which helps in that set.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Doncic passes to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Millsap finds Rivers. Back to Millsap. Now the pass to Rivers. Stolen. Here's Doncic. That one drops for him. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And a quote.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. Great positioning on the putback. Rivers has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
To the wing right side. The dish to Gordon. To the paint. Campazzo. Brunson covering. Jokic with the bucket.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle and taking advantage.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Brunson with it. Now defended by Jokic. Stripped away. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Redick for three. But they'll get another chance. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And after some time over in France and the D-League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Burke looking over the floor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Harrison kicks to Porter. Back to Harrison. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First one falls for him.
Well, the former Dookie, J.J. Redick, has carved out an incredible role as one of the league's most deadly shooters.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Pass to Porter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Porter dishes to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harrison. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Richardson. From 13, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Nice job, Richardson, playing now in the mid-range. That tells me his offensive game is showing confidence.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Gordon, the pass to Harrison. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Here's Doncic. 6 points for him. 59 seconds left in the third quarter.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Outside, Porter. Takes the 13-footer, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
40 seconds left in the third. Doncic with it. 8 points for him. Passes it to Porzingis. Feeds to Cauley-Stein. He gets it in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kicks it to Rivers. On the wing, Porter. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Porter. And we've reached the end of the third. Mavericks lead by 4. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Brunson. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Redick passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Dishes it to Millsap. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Shoots over Powell. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Hardaway, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Campazzo, Brunson covering, and that one drops.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And here's Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And stolen by Redick. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Powell, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Denver. And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The pass to Porter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. That one falls.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Doncic finds Richardson. And the shot is long.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Outside, Porter. Back to Rivers. Denver passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks leading by 6. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And he banks in the layup. Powell's got 6 in the quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Down low, here's Jokic.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Here's Doncic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Right side, Porter. The feed to Millsap. To the middle. It's deflected. Powell with the steal. 1:10 left in the game. Aaron Gordon is checking in for the Nuggets. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
They get it again. Jokic, he scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Now, Doncic. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Right block shot. Here's Cauley-Stein. He can't get that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Campazzo. Gordon trying to break loose. The Nuggets with a new 14. That's short off the rim. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Out to Hardaway. From deep. And the miss. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Rivers. Here's Gordon. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Zubac kicks to George. From deep three-point range, he's off on that one. And it's Denver the other way. Bounce pass Gordon. Back to Jokic. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Jackson. Out to Morris. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Lets it go from the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Pass to Jokic. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Campazzo. That one misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here's George for three. George missing again. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
George against Rivers. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's Gordon, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got his second basket.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
George passes to Zubac. Morris inside, defended by Gordon. And here's George for three. Jokic grabs the miss.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Now the dish to Rivers. Back to Jokic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Morris kicks to Jackson. The shot by George, wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Sweet move, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Clippers trail by 6. Right side George. Zubac trying to break loose. That one good for 2. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Cousins. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green. Denver leading by 7. Jokic finds Green. Back to Jokic. Here's Rivers. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Beverly. The pass to Kennard. Here's Batum, guarded by Green. Beverly for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Now Jokic passes it to Harrison. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. 5 on the clock. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Shot to stop the run, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the... if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Nuggets so far.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Patrick Beverley, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's man in at the 3 spot. Green passes to Harrison. Kicks it to McGee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McGee's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Count it. Batum's got his first basket.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Kennard against Rivers. Pass to Millsap. Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cousins, the pass to Beverly. Kennard with the ball. High post Cousins. No good off the back of the rim.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Batum passes to man. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Feeds it to Batum. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Rivers finds Millsap. Here's Harrison. Pass to McGee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum. Denver shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Here's George. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Jackson. Porter against George. 5 to shoot. A 3 from Morris. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Campazzo defended by George. Clippers trail by 13. Leonard the pass to Morris. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Gordon. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Back to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Inside. Campazzo. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now, here's Zubac. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside, Porter. 1:11 left in the second quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Here's George. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And they double up Gordon. And the pass to Jokic from outside the arc. Good work defensively by Morris.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Porter against George. Outside Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Millsap trying to get open. Jokic, no good.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Pulls up, high post. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And up. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Denver was looking great right away. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
We've got Gordon. He's out there with Porter. Jokic is out there with Rivers. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Dishes it to Rivers. Cousins against Jokic. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
It's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now here's Cousins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kennard finds Beverly. Kennard against Rivers. Pass to Cousins. Over Jokic. No good from Cousins.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Here's Batum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. George with the bucket.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Porter.
Yeah, easy call.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. The Nuggets trail. And here's Rivers. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Count it. Good. Rivers has got 6.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Jackson dishes to Batum. Rebound by the Nuggets. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Harrison. Banked in off the glass. And now a 3-point Nugget lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
George looking around. Outside Leonard. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. From deep, George. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Pass to man. Back to George. And it's George again missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Count that one. 6 points for him.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Outside, George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Right side, Porter. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now, here is George. 6 points for him. Platoon passes to George. Harrison with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Rivers. The Clippers grab the miss.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Paul George. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. Rivers finds Green. Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. That's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. The dish to Gordon. To the paint. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Outside Millsap. Here's Gordon. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Nuggets on top, up 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Morris outside. Back to Kennard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Kicks to Porter. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Campazzo drops in the layup for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Leonard on the wing. Here's Zubac. And no good. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Porter in the corner. The 10-footer. And it's Denver scoring again.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard finds Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And the basket by Gordon. And now a 10-point Denver lead.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's Morris, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Gordon with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here we go, one-on-one. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The first one falls. Denver making a switch here. Rivers checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. Denver leading by 8. There's the pass to Jokic. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And finished off by Porter.
I mean, really intelligent at using the pick and roll. I love how Porter reads the defense and it just takes what's available.
Here's George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Pass to Porter. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Down low, it's stolen by Morris. George passes to Leonard. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Nuggets shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Shot from free throw range. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
Rivers against George. Outside Porter. Back to Rivers. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 7.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move. I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Campazzo takes it off the glass.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Pass to Zubac. Jokic with the steal. Outside Gordon. From deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 9-point Denver lead.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Dishes to Gordon. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
And he is unable to get the second one. In the corner, it's Patterson. Fires from 18. Missed. So we see Denver get the win here. Some good. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. First. It's the NBA on 2GA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Count that bucket.
Well, we talked about, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. He's got a clear path. And here's Leonard from three. That shot off the mark. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using his mobility and size to bully the defense there.
Jackson passes to Leonard. First quarter, just over a minute played. Zubac finds George. Over Richardson. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here is George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Doncic. Richardson outside. Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Finney Smith. It's up a three. They get the rebound.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Now, here's George. Morris outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Basket counts. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Now, here's George. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Leonard looking around. George passes to Leonard. Ripped away. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. To the middle. Lets it fly. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is George. And too long on the shot. Richardson left side. Here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Outside, George cuts off the pass. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Brunson in at the point guard.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Passes to Mann. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. Connects. The jumper drops. George has got 8.
Well, when we talk about poise, Paul George is excellent at finding ways to get his shots to fall in these moments, in part because he never seems to get out of himself.
Now, here's Redick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's the dish to Powell. Back to Redick. Now the feed to Cauley Stein. And stolen by Cousins. Mann passes to George. Shoots over Powell. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 10.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
The pass to Powell. It's Cauley Stein, top of the key. Back to Powell. Here's Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard with no one around. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Powell kicks to Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Wants to get it to Powell and does. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, Powell is an excellent athlete, easily leaking out in transition and making himself a big target to throw the ball to.
Now, here's Kennard. Kicks to Leonard. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Redick with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now Powell. Outside, Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the line. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers trail by 3. Morris dishes to Leonard. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
There's 1:17 left in the first half.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Here's Marjanovic following the basket by Marcus Morris. Shoots over Cousins. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers trail by 3. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Porzingis with the block, and they'll keep possession. And here's Leonard from 3. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 5 now.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
And Doncic gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Jackson finds Leonard. Over Porzingis. Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And you can see Morris on the roll. A well-coordinated athlete. No trouble converting there.
And the first half comes to a close. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. A big part of the problem was their defense. And that's a wrap with the third.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here's Beverley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Now, here is George. He's got 10, and so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Back to Rondo. Morris dishes to George. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson's running.
Well, you got to love when Richardson gets the defense to commit and make a mistake there.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Richardson. And Richardson drops them both. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. A shot by George, wide open. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Porzingis on the follow. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Boy, if you don't put a body on Porzingis, he's fantastic at finding ways to score on the offensive glass.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Rondo kicks to Morris. Outside, George. Passes it to Leonard. Will it go? Outside for Rondo. Fires from deep. Los Angeles with another miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Clippers trail by 8.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Leonard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Leonard the pass to Zubac, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Dallas. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. On the wing, Hardaway. To the left side wing. Pulls up. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. George looking over the floor. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Beverly against Redick. Over Beverly, and it's Dallas with another.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And a deep three from George. It's good from long range. George has got 15 points.
Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. And there's Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Hardaway in at the power forward position. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Clippers trail by 8. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And here's Brunson. Six to shoot. Sees the alley-oop, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Nicolo Melli comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Back to Beverly. Pass to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson finds Cauley Stein. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Clippers trail by 8. Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Now, here's Kennard. The three. And no good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Beverly after the basket by Willie Cauley Stein. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They lead by 7. To the inside. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Here's Mann. Pass to Batum. In the corner, Kennard with it. Front past the arc. And it's Melli with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 9. And there's Richardson on the assist from Cauley Stein.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
Here's Kennard. Buried from 15 feet out.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Passes it to Melli. Five to shoot. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
George finds Jackson. Leonard, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Doncic outside. Here's Melli. He's covered by Leonard. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Josh Richardson. And here's Leonard. After Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Back to Jackson. Leonard inside.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Doncic. From deep three-point range, that one's not going to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Outside for George. Offline. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Best. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. And for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Doncic. He sinks the 11-footer. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Just 5 on the clock. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Second shot opportunity. In deep. Gordon drops it in.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
Doncic against Rivers. On the wing, Doncic. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Wide open. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic left side. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
It's Porter atop the key. Pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And Denver has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. Campazzo. That shot, no good. Nice D from Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Richardson, no luck. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 2, and good that time.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Doncic against Rivers. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Over Porter. And it's Doncic missing.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Now here's Rivers. And they take the lead.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
Doncic against Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Rivers. Right side, Gordon. That one, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Rivers dishes to Gordon. Richardson against Rivers. Inside, and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
He's still filling out that frame, but the Greyhound physique of Porzingis well-suited to transition play.
Rivers gets to Harrison. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there it is for him. Doncic has got 8 points. The Nuggets trail. Here's Harrison. He dishes it to Rivers. It's rebounded by Dallas. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Harrison passes to Rivers. 2 on the clock, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Redick in at the 2. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Rivers kicks to Harrison. That shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And the dunk by Powell.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Here's Rivers. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas leading by 7. Cauley-Stein goes in. McGee with the block. They retain possession. Redick passes to Cauley-Stein. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on JaVale McGee.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
The Nuggets trail by 10. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And they get it. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Down low. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Cauley-Stein. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Millsap passes to Harrison. Jokic against Powell. And Porter, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets. Jokic with the bounce pass. Campazzo, guarded by Marjanovic. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Elbow shot. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first bucket in this one.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
And here's Brunson. To the paint. Stolen away. Right side, Gordon. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Here's Burke. Misses the step-back jump shot.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Brunson kicks to Burke. Hits it from three-point range. Burke's got 5 now. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Campazzo. Brunson covering. Campazzo lays it up off the glass. He's got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
1 second left. The shot that time not on target. And some good action through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And that'll do it for our halftime reports.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Nuggets trail by 3. Taking a look at the Nuggets. We've got Rivers. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. Rivers against Porzingis. Rivers kicks to Jokic. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Jokic has got his team on the board first here in the second half with the Nuggets. Outside, Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
You simply have to respect the shooting touch with Porzingis. That time, he gets the defender closing out, but nowhere near in time.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Rivers can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Rivers. Porzingis with the block, and they get it back. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. Doncic, no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. It's a 3-point game. And then Gordon with the dunk.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Now, Doncic, 8 points for him.
Oh, what a dunk! Look out below! Don't sleep on his athleticism now. Porzingis plays well above the rim.
Rivers looking over the floor. Over Richardson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Reddick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Over in the corner, Green. Outside, Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Back to Burke. He kicks it to Reddick. To Porzingis. 3 on the clock. It's over McGee. Finney-Smith. It's good on the putback.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
The Nuggets trail by 4. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Gordon against Doncic. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 12 in the game.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Doncic feeling it out. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Left side, Gordon. For the tie. And stolen by Burke. Rivers against Doncic. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Rivers passes to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Offensive rebound.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Dallas, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Rivers with it. And it's Gordon penetrating. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Mavericks. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Now here's Brunson. We've got Hardaway. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Brunson kicks to Burke. 5 on the clock. Inside. Powell, that's good.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Green.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 4. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Here's Richardson. No good off the back of the rim. The Nuggets trail by 4. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Richardson the pass to Hardaway. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. This is to Richardson. Millsap with the steal. Here's Porter, and it's blocked. Outside Hardaway to the inside. Here's Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Millsap finds Porter. Back to Millsap. 4 on the clock. Campazzo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in, so he gets them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. The dish to Doncic. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach. Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot. Easy.
Campazzo. Guarded by Doncic. Passes it to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Doncic outside. The Nuggets trail by 4. And Porter, here we go. Millsap left side. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Doncic against Porter. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And a switcher also for Denver. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for Paul Millsap.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Pass to Jokic. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Doncic against Rivers. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Doncic, no good on the free throw. Nuggets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Drills it from outside. And now a 9-point Dallas lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Porter misses the jumper. Here's Finney-Smith. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Here's Finney Smith. Another three for Dallas.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt.
Down it goes!
Wow.
Down it
Prayer
goes!
is answered.
Nice.
So we see the Mavericks get